morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you live. Once again, thanks to all of you for joining us live this morning from the studio in Brooklyn Park, Minnesota. And as we have previously discussed the last time about education, how to manage your education, how to be the best educated person, not to be the one with only the degrees, but being somebody that qualifies for the education that he or she got from school. So this morning I have with me in the studio Sianah, Nalika, DeShield, and Sianah, of course, you've seen her at least once or twice on this program here. She is the author of many books. I'm just going to name one or two of them, but she's the author of many books, and one of them is Thou Shalt Love, and I think another one is Trust, right? So Sianah will be here today to talk to us about education, what she thinks about education, how can we make the best use of the things that we do. So let's welcome Sianah, Nalika, DeShield to the show. So Sianah, welcome and thanks for joining us.
Hey, thank you, Mohammed. Yeah. Thank you again. I'm glad to be here. First of all, what do I think education is? I think for us to claim that we are educated, it means that we should not just have papers to prove it. We should not just have papers, but we should be able to prove what we know. Education varies in a lot of ways. There are informal education, there are formal education. Most times we only focus on the formal education, but education, it can be how you raise your child, to respect elders, to respect, how to, to respect each other. Yeah. Education can be, it can be how to work the machine in your house. Yeah. Education, it comes in a lot of different forms. In Africa, for us, education, might be things that you learn in your home. Yeah. And then formal education is what you learn in school. Those things, like the math, the English, the science, and you go to the university, you learn the accounting, yeah. The economics, and and other things. So education is not just one way. One of the things we do is we try to see education as just one aspect of life. A person can be educated in so many different ways. And we as people should be able to respect what someone does, what someone has learned, and how they can use what they've learned, yeah. to make the best out of their lives. So that is how I see education. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's, basically how most people see it. But then in Africa, it is a complete different thing. Many people see education as something that, like, when you get educated, you have to be in office, you have to work for the government, you have to do this or that, especially back home, though. So everybody has that mindset to say, I want to go to school, and I want to graduate, and even people that will be supporting them will support them with the idea that when they graduate, my son is going to become a minister, he's going to be a president, he's going to be a vice president or something. So that way of thinking, that way of seeing education, do you think that's the best way?
First of all, I'm a strong advocate for adequate education. So I'm not going to sit here and say I don't want, or I don't feel happy, or I don't expect parents to want their kids to go to school. I feel that every person, every child, every young, from the age of, from the age of 2, as long as you are able to talk, I feel every child should be afforded adequate primary education. And that education should extend to high school. If you want to go to the university, that's okay. That's a good thing. Yeah. I'm always proud when I see people, in the universities, they're doing well. I'm always proud to see people excel in education. I love education. Like, I am a big fan of it. So I want my children to excel. I want my children to go more than just a university degree. I want them to have masters, PhDs. You know, I'm attracted to people who have those kind of, you know, those kind of achievements because I'm a fan of it. And because I respect education so much, so I want everyone to be educated. However, just because someone isn't a master's degree holder or doesn't go to the university doesn't mean that person is not educated. Education can be in various ways. Like I said earlier, some people might decide to be a carpenter. So most things like carpentry, mason, you know, and plumbing. Those are not things people learn in the normal universities. But that's why people go to other schools for it. In Liberia, we have LRC. My father worked there for years. In Liberia, we have MBTC, right? And there was this one in Kakata. I know the name, I just forgot. Yeah, in Kakata, you know, where students actually learn those things when they were in high school. So yes, those are programs we need in Liberia, where students or young people cannot just learn the accounting, the math and other things. They need to learn trade, they need to learn things, you know, things that can actually have an impact on their life, things that can make them gainfully employed so that someday when they don't find a job in government agencies or they don't find a job in the offices, the banks and other administrative offices in Liberia or wherever, they can be able to use their hands to work and make money. So that's what education is all about. It's not about how far you go in school. It's not about the level of education you have. You just need to have something to be able to work with. You just need to have some, you know, that talent, whatever talent you have. You need to work at it. If you're a carpenter, be a very good carpenter. If you're a mason, be a very good mason so I can bring you to build my house. We all of these people must work. They must have something. We all can be carpenters. I'm not a carpenter. I'm never going to be a carpenter. No. Even if I want to, it's not something I would know to do. I'm never going to take my hands and build a house. So we need people for that. We need people to fix our cars. When my car is broken down, like, do you know how many times people have tried to get me to change my tire? Like, I know it's good to change it, but I don't want to do it. I'm not interested in knowing how to change my tire.
Exactly,
you know? It's just because not everything we all will be interested in. So somebody has to change that tire.
Exactly.
So we all have to do something. We all have to encourage people to do something. So it doesn't mean because someone is changing my tire, it means I'm better than that person. No. Or it means that I'm making more money than that person. Or I'm more educated than that person. No, it doesn't necessarily have to be like that.
Yeah. And money and education, though, you know, you spoke about making more money. I know a lot of people like money. You know, people want to go to school. Basically, it's just kind of that circle where somebody goes to school to make money. It's not like, oh, I'm just going to school to get education, but I want to get something back from it. And then somebody's using money to go to school. Today, many of our brothers and sisters, maybe including myself, everybody wants to go to school to learn something that will get them a fast money. They don't just want the education. Like, you can see people, they have no idea what nursing is. They are not interested in it. Some are not interested in other fields, but then they are like, if I do this, I know I'm going to get a lot of money, so I have to do it. At the end of the day, most of them do not even complete their education. They have to drop because they did not like what they were doing from the beginning. So do you see that as the right way, though? Which one would you favor, money or passion?
So first of all, I'm a big fan of money.
Everybody loves money.
Yeah,
huh?
I know, but I am highly ambitious, and my dad used to call me Monica. Yeah, so
my sister gets that name, so
yeah, so I respect money a lot, and I respect people who who make money, because I wrote something on Facebook a few days ago that some people will never have enough money because they don't respect money.
I think I saw
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
So when you don't respect something, you will never have it. When you don't respect education, you will never be educated. Because when you see people who are educated, they don't inspire you. Instead of you being inspired and eager to know how they got to where they are, you're gonna be envious. You would say, like, who cares? Like, so you need to be able to respect something to have it. I respect education a lot. So I'm educated. Yes, I respect money a lot. I'm striving every day towards money because I'm highly ambitious. I don't just want to have an education. I want to have money plus my education. I want to have that power that when I speak, it won't just be because of what she knows. It will be because of what she has.
Yeah.
I want to be one of the movers and shakers of society. Even though I'm not interested in being in the forefront of political issues, I want to be in the background making decisions, not just because I have money also, but because of my knowledge, not just the political issues, but to every other social issues as well. So I'm a fan of money as well as education. One of the things I see normally, especially in the US here, some people, you talk about nursing. People get into the nursing field in the US because of money. That is like a location, problem. It's like more of location.
Yeah.
People in Liberia will not get into the nursing field because of money.
No.
So people in the US here will get into the nursing field because of money, but some people don't like it. I did things that I didn't like. I did courses, I studied courses that I didn't like. But then, sometimes we see it as life. People just cope. So having to choose between passion and money, I'm not going to choose. I'm not going to. It's not one of the other for me. Let me just say this. It's not one or the other. I feel or I believe I can have both. I'm a writer. Writing is my passion.
Yeah.
So is it wrong if I make a lot of money from my writing?
Writing, no.
You see? Yeah. So I want to write. I want to always write. I want to write. I want to be this big novelist that when I'm old, my legacy will always continue. But I want to make money out of my books.
Yeah.
So you see? So it doesn't mean just because I'm writing or because I have passion for this thing, it means that I shouldn't make money out of it. It's because I want to make money. That's why I'm doing my passion. So sometimes we make money and we don't have that passion for it. Some people are unlucky with that. Some of us, I would say some of us, because I find myself very lucky that I'm able to find a passion that I know I can actually make money out of. So some people cannot have it all. Yeah. So I'm not going to sit here and say, you should take your passion over money because your passion is not going to pay the bills. You have to feed your family. You have to, money answers all things. Yeah. So, and somebody posted once on social media that the lack of money is the root of all evil. I know Christians and biblical people will say it's contradictory, but when you don't have money, I know first and what poverty is. Yeah. I know if I have money, there are so many issues I'm not going to be faced with. People will not bring certain things around me. But when you don't have money, you're tempted to do a whole lot more.
Yes, definitely.
You are tempted to do a whole lot of trouble more than when you do. When you have money, you have power, you have control. You have the ability to shape your own destiny, to shape your own life.
By people who have money.
That's it. So you see, so not having money is a problem. So you have to pay your bills. You have to take care of your family. You have to live your life. So you cannot choose one or the other. What we must do, however, is to find the things that we love and work around making money out of those things. And I said it in our earlier discussion, a few days ago. We must find the things we love. We must find our talents, those things that we're good at, and find a way to make money out of what we are good at. Because if you're good at something and you are able to make money from that thing, then you have it all.
Yeah.
Now you're making money and that is your passion. So you're making money out of your passion. It's a good thing. There's nothing wrong with putting yourself first. There is nothing wrong with looking for more. There is nothing wrong to be ambitious. Sometimes people try to make me feel guilty. They try anyway. They don't succeed.
Yeah.
People say I'm way too ambitious. I think because I'm a woman, so people expect me to slow it down. I should wait. I shouldn't think about how I want my future home to be like. I should wait when I'm married first. I shouldn't think about how I want to make millions of dollars. I should wait and my husband and I can plan that together. That's how people see it. But that's what people think. That's not what I think. Yeah. I don't believe in it. So we just have to do what we know how to do best and find a way to make sure that it works for us. I think that's the key. Making sure that we find a way we find a way to see how the things that we love can work for us. You see people on social media now. People are making money just from social media.
Yeah.
There are a lot of us, we sit there, talk all day. People are making money. Wendy, she's making money out of gossip.
Mm-hmm.
There are people making money on social media just from talking. If you like to talk, if you like to gossip about people, do a show. Make money out of it. No, it sounds
do whatever
funny.
You can do best and get the best out of it.
It sounds really funny, but this is serious.
It is true, though.
If you know how to talk about people, come out, be bold, and be honest to yourself. Don't try to do things backwards, or don't try to do things in hiding. Talk about it in the open. Let everybody know that Sianah is noted for gossip. Yeah, if I'm noted for gossip and I'm making money out of my gossip, to hell with everybody else. I don't care. That's how I pay my bills. So if you like to talk about people, or if you like to talk about issues, if you like to talk about politics, if you like to talk about whatever, if you like to make jokes, do those things and make money out of it. That's how people in the West survive. That's how people in other areas survive. So we should start making use of our passion. We should start taking start taking those things that we're good at, finding those things within ourselves, and finding a way that we can survive on it instead of just wasting talent all over the place. I see a lot of people in Liberia, so many talents that are wasted. So many talents, and all we do is we say, oh, there's no opportunities. There are no opportunities. First of all, nobody will give you an opportunity to talk.
Yep.
Nobody will give you an opportunity to talk. Don't think like the country can be what? Like nobody will give you an opportunity to talk. If you like to talk, the world has advanced. Go on Facebook Live and talk. If once you start talking the first few times, before you know it, you start having people to pay attention to you. Before you know it, you're building a brand. Before you know it, everybody knows you now for talking. People, now everything, and once you have a huge followers, brand, customers, they start to use you now. That's how people do. Like, we have to use what we have. There are children that like painting. Start taking your pencil and paper. We all have pencil and paper in our homes. That's something that everybody has. No matter how poor you are, there are pencil and paper somewhere. Start using it. Don't wait for people to tell you. Don't wait for people to validate your success or your talent. Don't wait for people to say, oh, you can do this. I wrote my first book. I had no idea how to write a book. I didn't do creative writing. I struggled. I went ahead and started to read more than I used to do. I went, and there were times that I missed where the quotation marks were supposed to be. Not that I didn't know where quotation mark was supposed to be, but because I wasn't used to that style of writing. Because I did international relations. So I was more of the, research kind of writing, you know, proposal writing. Those were things that I was familiar with. So creative writing was a whole new subject to me. It was like something so new, but I knew that I had this passion. I knew that I was strong enough to do whatever I wanted to do. I put my mind to it, and when it was okay for me, I sent it to an editor. And when it came back, I'm like, wow, girl, you're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and sometimes I read other people's work, like did nothing close to what I did, with just my first book. So I know I'm talented. Sometimes you just have to believe in yourself, even when no one else does. People might not see it to be okay. People might not validate you at first. But we should try to do something. There are singers, there are good artists in Liberia, there are good people who can do radios, you know, like technicians, you know, computers, you know, like people in other areas. We must try to work hard to do what we know how to do best instead of always waiting for things to come to us. You know, so passion is a good thing. I love passion. I always want to follow my passion. I want to work, but it doesn't feel like I'm working, because that's what happens when you have passion for a job. You make money out of, you know. You go to work, you feel happy. You wake up in the morning, be like, oh,
I can't wait to go.
I can't wait to go. Like, you know, so it feels good. It feels really good when you can get up in the morning. I have a job, but I write every morning. Like, not every morning, but when I'm writing, I'm writing a story, and I have that story to write. Like, I wake up 6 o'clock every morning, and I write, and I don't feel like I'm waking up again. No, I don't. It's like this energy. I'm just waking up with it. Like, sometimes I wake up even 5, 4. Yeah, it's like I can't wait to get up from sleep to do that story, because it's my passion. It's my life. It's the one thing I know that I can do that a whole lot of people can't. So I feel good doing it. That's what we need to do. That's how we can live a fulfilled life. That's how we can be happy, and we can just live this earth like, you know, like we were just born to just be here and just go around and die and leave no impact. We all must have an impact on the society that we find ourselves. We all must do something that will make people remember us when we're gone. When I'm gone, I want people to remember the name Sianah, Nalika, DeShield. I want kids that won't even know me, that they will see my picture, and I will be a legend. That's the legacy I want to leave for myself and for my family. So passion, it does it all.
All right. And you know, this is the favorite line from today's program. Sometimes you just have to believe in yourself, even when no one else does, because it cannot be said any better than that. So this brings us to the end of today's program. We do have more programs coming up. Continue to follow us, continue to watch all of our previous programs and the upcoming ones. Once again, we want to say thanks to Sianah for always being available whenever needed. And thanks to all of you for watching us.